Hey YouTube! Welcome to Ryan's 1000th video view video! Yay! So that officially means you guys have watched me a metric crap ton of time. Cause it would be like 1,000 video views at an average of 10 minutes divided by like 60 minutes in an hour divided by 10, which means you guys have watched me for like 7 days straight. That's awesome! So today, there's going to be fireworks, gymnastics, and all that stuff. Sounds like a lot of effort. So what I'm actually going to do is give something away today. That's pretty awesome. I'm excited. Now, you know me, I love to laugh, and I love to, make jokes and all that other stuff. So I'm in high spirit mood. But what I was thinking today is it would be really good to actually tell you guys my story from beginning to where I'm at right now. Keep in mind, it's not the happiest of stories, but yeah, I figured that was important since this is 1,000 video views and this is kind of the reasons I started and stuff. So here it is. I recorded this earlier. This is my story so far, and then what I'm going to do is after my story I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can win at my contest and what you guys are going to win. Awesome! See you guys in a little bit, YouTube. So, my story. The journey so far. I really wish I could play that Carry On My Wayward Son song, but then I'll have copyright issues, and anyway. So, as I mentioned, I wanted to let you guys know where I came from and where I got from to here. So basically, my journey doesn't just start 6 months ago, as I've mentioned, when I first started to lose weight. It actually starts 6 months before that. Basically, for 3 years prior to that 6-month period before the other 6 months, I had started to lose my memory. On top of that, periodically I've started to basically get just a few headaches here and there. Now, over the course of the 3 years prior, basically I was seeing doctors to figure out why I had started to lose my memory. In that time, basically the doctors didn't exactly know what was going on. Some doctors said I had depression, some doctors said I had bipolar. Every doctor said I was too young to have things like Alzheimer's or whatnot, which I don't think it is. You know, I haven't started chewing on my own fist or, like, walking out naked outside and being all like, oh, my clothes, which is a good thing. I probably shouldn't joke about that. We'll leave the jokes aside. But yeah, so I started to lose my memories, and over the course of the 3 years I was on a lot of medications. Essentially about 30 different medications, from everything from ADD to ADHD to bipolar to depression medication. And that ended up really messing me up. Basically, when the 6 months began prior to the 6 months of weight loss, as I mentioned, I had a few headaches, but they started to get severe, really bad. So basically, for 6 months solid, I had a non-stop headache. Some days were so bad, like I didn't sleep for days. Not necessarily just because of the headache, but the medications I was on. Sometimes the side effect of some of the medications you can be on are basically you start losing emotions. I just started to feel kind of numb to the world. The only things I felt were pain and anger. So for 6 months that went on, just waking up day by day, just in excruciating pain. And eventually I got towards, basically when it started towards the last, basically about 3 or 4 months after that, where, like I said, I just kind of wanted to die. It was just so painful. It was really hard to deal with, and I didn't think anything was going to get better. It's not that I'm going to throw myself off a bridge. You have to understand that when I say these things. It's that I was in so much pain, I just wanted it all to end. So at that particular point, I found that, basically It's not that I was bringing my wife down, but I was the only person she was around where we were living, so she didn't really have a lot of human contact, and, you know, that can be depressing being around a person in that situation for so long. So we ended up moving back to Vancouver, where we are now, and I started seeing a different doctor. Now, first, the doctor that I have, he watches my vlog, so he's probably going to be like, "Oh, thanks, Ryan." But first thing he said to me is, you know, I do believe you have a problem, but I think your weight's masking the issues, so I want you to lose weight. And I told him, I said, you know, I wasn't this heavy when I started, so I don't think that's it. And he's like, no, I really need you to start losing weight. So I went home, and at the time we were staying with Val's parents because we just moved back here. We were in the process of finding a place. And basically I was talking to Val's family, and I'm like, oh, he's nuts, he's a quack, he's just telling me to lose weight. You know, I was in the mindset there's some kind of magical medication that's just automatically going to fix me. So from that point, Val's mom basically suggested I should try going for walks, because I wasn't just dealing with the headaches, I also had a lot of pain all over. It was from weight, right? My back was killing me. 386 pounds, that's a lot of weight. I was very close to 400 pounds. Your body is not meant to handle that. So what ended up happening is I was also talking to sort of my brother-in-law, is the best way to say it, and he was doing something called a Candida cleanse. Now, even when I first, before I got sick, I've always been a person that I don't want to say doesn't think things through, but I will say I jump in feet first on everything, and it's a benefit and also a setback in a lot of ways. And so he started doing the Candida cleanse, and I'm like, you know, I kind of want to try that, because maybe it's something that could help me, because I'm very open to trying things to help myself, health-wise. So I basically got started with the Candida cleanse, and basically within 2 or 3 weeks I dropped like 15 pounds. Now, after that, I actually took my mother-in-law's advice and I started to walk. After the first walk, I could only walk for 5 minutes, because basically I weighed so much and I was in excruciating pain. But I tell you, after that 5 minutes, the first time in, like, at that point it would have been about 7 months, but the first time in 7 months, the headache stopped for the rest of the day. That was amazing to find. I didn't think that would happen. And basically, I started to realize that, you know, my weight really was part of the problem. Not necessarily for the memory. That hasn't improved, to be honest. But it definitely helped with the headaches and the other stuff. So day by day, I kept walking, and actually started to listen to my doctor and my mother-in-law, and I kept going. And basically I went from walking 5 minutes to walking for an hour, to going to the gym as well, to going swimming as well. And I just kept going, and I kept putting one foot forward. But I tell you, it was excruciating. And every single day you start up. Every time I go to bed, I wake up the next morning, and the pain starts within about an hour. And I tell you, you don't want to do anything when you start having pain, but I made myself, and I keep making myself every single day. The pain's not gone, it's just manageable at this point. You know, so if you do have any sort of pain like I did and stuff, and you don't feel motivated, but you know what you're going to do is going to help you, you have to just keep going. I didn't learn tremendous willpower or anything like that. I learned just to make myself do things. And that is what I'm doing. I'm keeping going, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to get to my goal weight. Hopefully when I get to my goal weight, the headaches will be gone. I do think the headaches are attributed to weight and probably all the medications I've been on. I do know a lot of that's stored in my fat. So, yeah, and that's where I'm at. That's my journey so far, bringing it up to where I am. By the way, don't want to die anymore. I want to keep going. Some days are harder than others. Don't get me wrong. I do get discouraged. I do trip. I do fall. But I pick myself up, and I keep going. And that's what it's about. Anyway, that's enough of me being serious. Let's get back to Silly Bitch Ryan. I like him a lot better. Awesome. one other thing I wanted to say. I'm telling you you guys my story not because I want your sympathy or your pity. I've come a long way and I've worked really hard. But the reason I do these things is not just for myself. Part of my motivation is you guys and whoever's going to end up seeing this in the future. I want to inspire people, and I want to show people that they can do things, they can go beyond their means, they can go beyond what they thought they could do. The only limitation a person has is themselves. And yeah, I want to make people laugh, I want to make people happy. I'll tell you what I don't want. I never want to go back to the point where I'm in constant pain all the time and give up. I'll never give up. I'm always going to keep moving. So yeah. Alrighty, Roo. So thanks for listening to my story there. That's kind of everything so far, the journey so far. Yeah, so I also wanted to let you guys know I finally got a camcorder that works and everything. So I'm going to be implementing that into my future videos. Probably the next one we're going to see. Maybe you guys can help me out with some quality upgrade. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Just to let you guys know, I am at 294 pounds for my weight. I drilled 6 new holes into that belt, and I'm already on the 5th of the 6th hole. Not the 5th like the end, but the 5th from the furthest. So I got a bit of ways to go there. But still doing pretty good, going strong. Now, I could tell you about the rest of my week and what I ate and what I didn't, but I'm going to get to the contest. So, what I'm going to be doing is I have created a shirt. The I'm a Creeper shirt. Featured here. Technically, it's 2 shirts, and you can choose either one. Aren't those sweet shirts? Kinda, yeah? I liked it. I think you will too. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is what you want to do is you want to go ahead and comment down below and say, I'm a Creeper. The other condition is you have to be subscribed to my channel. You don't have to thumbs up or anything. I'm not trying to get on the front of the page or anything like that. All you got to do is type down below, I'm a Creeper, and you have to be subscribed to my channel. I don't care really if you do subscriptions or if you're old subscriptions, but there is one other thing I wanted to do too, like a third thing where you can get a bonus entry. So I will be taking all the names on the comments that say I'm a Creeper or included in there and enter them into like a little draw and a hat. I'm going to actually pull it out on the video. But the other thing is, if you want to email ryans1belt@gmail.com with a picture of you with your best Creeper face, I will count that as an extra entry. The only thing is if you email that to me, I'm probably going to include it in a video. So the one person that emails me, you're going to get the I'm a Creeper picture on my show. Awesome. Well guys, I will see you next week. I'm really looking forward to this draw. I want to see people in the Creeper shirt. Or person in the Creeper shirt. I would give away more, but that shirt is really expensive for just one. Like, you could get a lot of shirts for the one shirt. Anyway, see you guys next week, YouTube. Quality upgrade.